Hey folks, the Comics Kid 2099 here to talk about an episode of a superhero animated series. Today, I'll be talking about the new Batman Adventures episode Mad Love. So if you haven't seen the episode, you should do so before you finish this video or be spoiled by the review. Or maybe you have seen the episode, but it's been a while, so you want me to sum up the plot before I get into the meat of this review. But those are your only two choices. After Joker once again fails to kill Batman, he's in a sour mood, and Harley can't cheer him up, which puts her in a sour mood. She reminisces about her origin and how she first became attached to the Joker and a supervillain. Then she resolves to kill Batman to prove that she's better than the Joker gives her credit for. But Batman goads her into telling Joker her plan, he botches it, and Joker is presumed dead, but he's not because he sent Harley flowers just when she thought that she was about ready to give up on Joker for good. Cue credits. So, I've never been a huge Harley Quinn fan. Never made much of a secret about that either. I've always found her annoying, and the countless people who misunderstood the character and her relationship with the Joker really don't help matters at all. Heck, my original draft for this review was mostly going to be me bellyaching about the people who do misunderstand this character and her relationship with the Joker, until I realized I wasn't giving enough due diligence to this episode itself. So, really quickly, if you are one of the people who glamorizes Harley and Joker's relationship together, you are wrong. If you are the person who posts forlorn Facebook statuses that you are looking for your own Mr. J, you are wrong. This episode spells it out, and it isn't very subtle about it. Joker is a psychotic mass murderer and is physically and mentally abusive to Harley. Harley starts off as a corrupt career woman who doesn't care about any of the patients who are under her care and just wants to get a juicy book deal from her interviews with the Joker. The fact that he lures her in just means that she's the more gullible of two villainous characters. Heck, people who try to paint her as a misunderstood and somehow tragically heroic character should watch this episode where she tries to kill Batman. So, just to recap, Harley and Joker are not a cute couple. If you think they are, please keep watching this video again and again until you understand that you are wrong. Now, on to this episode. Even though I don't like Harley, I really do like how this episode spells out exactly what makes her such a messed up villain for Batman. Batman's best bad guys are the ones who are a little twisted, and this episode shows that she's not just Joker's appendage and that she has potential to be a great baddie in her own right. But unlike, say, Mr. Freeze, who has a specific motivation that propels him to crime, which puts him in Batman's world, or Joker, who has a specific motivation that is specifically tied to Batman himself, which brings him into Batman's world, Harley isn't really like either of those two guys. Her motivation is to be with a monster she sees as a Prince Charming, and in this episode, she thinks the best way to get with her lover is to kill Batman. That's messed up because it means she is willing to forgive what is probably hundreds of counts of murder, all in the name of what she thinks is love. And the people who do see Harley as a tragic character, I can kinda sorta see where they're coming from. We all know what it's like to be ignored and not feel appreciated, to have a really great idea and be told in plain terms that it sucks when it's actually a really great idea. That's happened to all of us. Heck, Dini has said that when he started fleshing out Harley after her debut appearance, the idea for her came from the people who will try to transform who they are just to please someone in a very unhealthy relationship. That's a very disturbing real-world thing, and it itself is not something to demonize. It's something that we should say, hey, you need actual help to. And what is so tragic about Harley is that she almost knows that what she is doing is unhealthy, but she's not quite ready to accept the truth. And we see that in Justice League, where she's still with the Joker. Even after Batman convinces her that Joker is sexually interested in Ace, we see that in the future, in Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, Harley has granddaughters. Are they Joker's granddaughters? Probably not, since they went to such lengths to turn Tim Drake into their own surrogate son. Again, an atrocity that Harley was party to. But hey, maybe Harley was in the early stages of pregnancy when she was presumed dead. Who knows? The point is, this episode really does a good job of showing the complexities of Harley without trying to reform her or turn her into a different kind of character. It would be so very easy to have her actually give up on the Joker, but then she would be kinda normal, right? And not as messed up, and therefore not as viable of a foe for Batman. In just 22 minutes, this episode shows her to be a multifaceted character with flaws and foibles. They're very tragic because they're based in reality, but the episode can also find ways to make us laugh, and ways to make most of us sit up and say, okay, that's not cool, that's scary and depressing and evil. It runs the gamut and does so very successfully. I think that's the basis of why this episode is so fondly remembered, and rightly so, and why it later got a graphic novel adaptation that won awards, because it does all of those things so very well. So that's a little bit of what I thought about this episode, but what did you guys think of the episode and of my review? If you like this, you should like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you did like this video, then you're in luck because I do other videos like this every weekend. And I also do other videos throughout the week, so be sure to check those out too if you're interested. In the meantime, you guys have a great rest of the day. Catch you later.